This short video shows how you can use ClickView to extract data from a spreadsheet and load it into a ClickView application for analysis when the spreadsheet data isn't in the right format. The video demonstrates how ClickView can rearrange spreadsheet data using a cross table. Often, we face a situation where a spreadsheet isn't in the format we want. Databases work in terms of fields and rows, but spreadsheets don't always work that way. Here's a typical spreadsheet showing sales data. The data for each quarter is in its own column. If we were to read it in this format, we would have one dimension per quarter, which is not what we want. We want one dimension to contain all of these quarters. In other words, we want a quarters dimension. Now, one solution would be to unravel the spreadsheet and reconfigure it something like this. But the problem is, this is very tedious. Can we get ClickView to unravel it for us? We can, using something called a cross table, and that's the subject of this video. Let's move to some real data. This is the US government census website, and we're looking at a page that has population data from 1970 to 1979. Let's use this as an example of how to read in cross-table data from a spreadsheet. Download the file pe19.xls to disk. Let's open the file and look at it. There's a lot of data here, but it's not quite in the format we want. We want the age ranges to be in one dimension. Start a new ClickView document and go to the script editor, Ctrl-E. In the script editor, click the Table Files button. After all, a spreadsheet's a table. Find the Excel file and click Open. This doesn't look quite right because the header is causing problems. Let's get rid of it by changing the header size. Now, this looks a bit better. Now we need to tell ClickView that the labels are embedded. Select Embedded Labels. At the Transform dialog, click on Next. Now we will change the way the data is organized. Click on Cross Table. In the Cross Table dialog, we're going to tell ClickView how to reorganize this data. In qualifier fields, increase the number to 4. These 4 fields, the ones in pink, will be unaffected by our reorganization. The remaining fields are our age range. In the attribute box, type the name we want the age ranges to appear in. And we'll type in age range. The data field describes the numbers. So, what are these numbers? They're actually the number of people in the age range group. So, we'll call that population. Click on OK. We can now see that the table has been rearranged into a more helpful form. Click on Finish. Note here in the script editor the cross table prefix, which is telling the load statement how to load the data and rearrange it. Now let's load the data. Ctrl-R. Let's look at the age distribution for the population as a whole. Right-click anywhere on the sheet and select New Sheet Object and Chart. Uncheck the Show Title in Chart box and select the bar chart. Select Age Range as the dimension. As the expression, type sum brackets population and label it as population. Sort the fields by load order. Set the axis width to be 1 and the x-axis text to be vertical. Express the y value as a number. Click Finish. This gives us the population, but summed over all years and race sex. Let's add a list box to allow the year to be selected. Right-click anywhere on the sheet and select New Sheet Object and List Box. Select Year of Estimate as the field. Click on OK. Now, step through the years, looking at the effect on the population graph. Now add a race gender box and a state name list box. So now we can look at the population distribution by race, sex, by state name, or by year. We've done 3 things here. We've pulled data from a spreadsheet, we've rearranged it in ClickView using a cross table to better handle it, and we've displayed the data and provided a means of selecting various fields to examine. The total time to do this is under 3 minutes. Thanks for watching.